Yo, welcome back. Please don't be mad at me, but I restarted again. Before you get too mad at me, as you can see by my levels, I did exactly everything I did before. I did not want to record all the same stuff. Some of it I did twice, some of it I did once, but I didn't want to record it all again, so I just did exactly all the same quests. You can also see here there's only 4 days left, and I am in a different location right now than I was when I stopped recording, but that is just because I found 2 additional things I missed last time. Um, First of all, the reason I restarted is, you might remember this guy here, the merchant. In my first attempt, before my first restart, I unlocked this guy. I had enough lore to get him to be a merchant, and the second time I didn't have enough lore and I never got him as a merchant and fucked up this quest. Or that, can't really call it a quest, but that event. Now, this guy has 2 very awesome things. He has the spell sigil for mirror image spell. You know how I got the illusion core from the Scarlet Chorus camp? This guy, on top of the illusion core, he has the sigil of guarded form, and that's how you make your mirror image spell. So, also, you need 60 lore to use that, so I never could have used that with my old character, even if I got it. So you can see now I have 68 lore now. I started with 50 lore, and yeah, my stats are slightly different than they were before. So what I mainly did is, because somebody told me, somebody commented that when you go unarmed, your dodge skill is used for both melee and ranged. I didn't know that. It is written in the description of the unarmed skill. I don't know if it's written here. No, it's not written here, but when you create your character in character creation, you get told, they tell you that it is indeed your melee defense skill. And you can see here that my parry did not level at all. So I didn't put any XP into it, but it also didn't level. And my starting points, I put pretty much everything into lore to get to 50 lore. I did not put anything into dodge. I did not put anything into unarmed. This all leveled by itself, because obviously when you fight it will automatically level. So that is something I can just encourage people to do, because at the start of the game to get 60 lore for that mirror image, that's quite hard. You get plus 20 lore, I think it is. Yeah, something like plus 20 lore if you eat a consumable, some kind of mushroom or something. I don't remember. I don't think I have one of those now. Let's quickly check. No, I don't think so. Doesn't look like it. You get one from those in a chest or something, and what it does, it gives you plus 10 lore, but it also gives you plus 4 wits. So it's like 16 plus 16 lore, I think, is what it gives you. Wits should give you 1.5 lore. Yeah, 1.5 lore. So yeah, it basically gives you 16 lore. So all you need, if you want that mirror image, all you need is 44 lore, and then you eat that mushroom and you get to 60. But what I did, I went with 50 lore, and also of course I leveled some lore, like 4 or 5 points, through dialogue options and through uncovering lore related stuff. And also what I did, I went with plus 10 lore from this here, Magical Prodigy, which might have been a waste, seriously, but I'm not gonna restart on something like that. So what I did, I didn't just want to get the base 10 lore. What I wanted is to get a better mirror image than the base one. So I got increased duration. I have 56 seconds instead of 45, I think. And you needed like 75 or 80 lore for that. So I buffed my lore up to that with the help of that mushroom or that consumable, whatever it was. And yeah, here we are at the same point. So I was on the way to our next quest marker to I think this is it, taking the outer valley, that's right. Tripnettle Wilderness. I was on the way there, and I noticed for once here in the disfavored camp, this little commotion over here, which I think wasn't here before, or I just missed it before. So we have a little dispute going on here. One of the Scarlet Chorus horde, he found a helmet on the battlefield, and he wants to sell it back, and they don't want to accept it. They want him to give it to them for free because it's been theirs before, blah blah blah. So let's go with the second option here, and you can ask all kinds of questions here which don't really lead to anything. You don't really gain any XP or whatever out of the other options. So what I did is I went with the third option. May I see that helmet? And you could either inspect it, or if you've done something in Conquest. That's one more thing I didn't mention. I'm now not a war mage, but I'm a diplomat, because I wanted to buff my lore real high, and diplomat gives you more bonus to lore than war mage does. It gives you +5 to your lore. So we can go with the conquest option here. Also, sometimes diplomat gives you some neat ways to resolve disputes peacefully. So now you can get some money of this guy, and you get Ross, how you pronounce that, with the Scarlet Chorus. Or you can just gain favor with the disfavored. It doesn't really matter what you do. Let's just gain us 100 rings here and gain some Ross. It isn't really, as far as I know, it isn't really that much of a big deal. So I just wanted to quickly show that I missed that, and here at the Scarlet Chorus camp I also missed something. So there's another dispute here going on that I missed between Bitterquip and Salvaros. So what's going on here is that these guys went out into battle together, and Bitterquip used one of her Blood Chanter chants, and yeah, that chant basically made the enemies go berserk, and they lost to disfavored people while that happened. And we can go with our lore first. A pretty low lore check. that he or she, I don't know, is citing magician's folly. So that's like a law that people are protected when they use magic and the outcome is slightly different than they predicted. And then you can go with a slightly higher law option here, law 38, and can say to Soros, come on dude, you don't know anything you're talking about. Learn this shit before you talk shit about it. And then you can pass judgment. So I'm gonna go with the second option here. It's obvious you acted with malice, knowing the law would shield you. You're innocent of murdering a servant of Kairos, but guilty of giving succor to the enemy. So you can now just watch the fight without interfering or grant permission. So grant permission. And that's it, bit equip is done. And we get Blood Chanter Leathers. That's pretty cool. So yeah, I think there's nothing new here. Alright, Blood Chanter Leathers. Yeah, basically the same armor that we have now, but plus 1 armor, plus 2.25 slash and fire armor, plus 1% deflection. Also, you'll notice that I have slightly less deflection now than I had before. That's because I didn't level finesse as much. I also leveled quickness. But as soon as we get to 19 in one of the skills, the skill costs 2 points to level. So I think we'll pretty evenly level up everything to 19. Every one of these attributes has its uses, except maybe for vitality. That might not be as useful. I don't know how important will defense is, but you also get will defense through resolve. So yeah, might be that we don't level this as quick. I don't know how many levels you can get in this game, max level. So we'll see. And also, since this is a new reload, I haven't talked to this guy yet, but we went through this before, so I'm just gonna go as quick as possible. Alright. And now we can just move on to where we left off last time when I recorded. Which is all the way over here. Yes, we already did this. this anyway? Haven't seen this before. Defense against spells. Okay, and will defense. Nice. Alright, you two know each other. Give me a second. Okay, so this guy. One more of the rivalry that was in the Scarlet Chorus camp between Verse and the Arkan Death Knell. So she can fight this guy, or we can level our athletics. Doesn't really matter, I guess. Let her fight him. Oh, okay, she's not fighting him. Okay. Okay, leave the Oathbreakers to me.
Time to lighten my step. Huh.
Alright. What is this? Oh! We get a big boy healing potion now. We were able to buy those before. But now we're starting to find them, that's good. Enemy spotted. Where did we spot an enemy? I don't... Oh, all the way over here, okay. Alright. So before I go over to those enemies, I want to see if there's anything up here.
I'll stay downwind of our enemies.
Doesn't really look like it, but never hurts to check out all the map. Oh, what is this? Can we go there? No. Alright.
On the lookout.
So we have an enemy over there. Two enemies. Let's get close before we buff ourselves. Okay. So first off, Just doing spectral blur on everybody. Oh, okay. I was a bit too close, I guess. That wasn't my intention.
I'd say that's worth the.
So now my main has 157 dodge, so pretty much unhittable except for magic.
Second glance.
I'll kill this guy first.
Right.
Oh, and Barrick got a level up. So now I didn't really go over my talents. Just gonna quickly show that I went with the marking and also defensive bonus when I used thrust, and the blinding that I had before. So slightly different talents, but especially the marking I feel is really, really good.
Right.
So yeah, now this guy is blinded and marked, but also because I used thrust, all these guys got their defenses up by 20. That's really cool.
Will do.
And also I have a healing spell here. I got that by picking up the Sigil of Life from talking to him, as I did in video. And this one, the same one that gives us mirror image. And as you saw, also I have the 80 lore one that we pick up in the on the first map. As I said before, when I pushed my lore to 80 to get a better version of mirror image, that's when I was able to read that as well. And also something interesting I found out is that when I control worse, I seem to be able to do this not only once per encounter, but it seems like, I don't know if it's a buff, but it seems like I can do it again and again.
We can do this.
This weapon is entirely worthless. Who says you can't teach an old dog new?
So I don't know what's going on right now, why we're not moving. Waiting on worse. Is she not in range or
Just
something
point me in
for
the
it? I guess.
right direction.
So now we used it again. Excuse me, I got something in my throat. But in a bit, after some fighting with my main, it will be gone again, interestingly enough. So let's just mark this guy here too. I guess I missed. And yeah, there you see, the bloodstone is back again. Which is kind of strange. You seem to be able to use it all the time. give him some healing after this.
Will do.
He can't heal himself right now.
I'll tear your skeleton. Fire at.
I guess he went down, did he? Not yet. So I gave him his healing aura, but it might not be enough. We'll see. Oh, and I also can combine... I probably did that before. I also can combine the mirror image with this. And I also have a mantle of flames now to make myself immune to frost. So I got a lot more spells.
I got it.
That's why I felt like I really have to restart. Where did Landry go? What? Did he go down? Oh, he did. Okay. Shame. Okay, let's try to blind this guy again and mark him.
Take that.
Okay, this time it works. So let's just use Worse's Bloodstone
Await my
again.
signal.
And he's prone and bleeding. Yeah, I don't know why you can use that again and again. I don't know if that's intended, but it's pretty strong. And I can use my mirror image again.
Smashed to pieces. Right.
So now we have huge dodge again. I also could just show how the mantle works, so not that it really matters right now, but it's a pretty cool effect. So he went down. Did he gain wounds? Yeah, he gained wounds, so we're gonna have to rest. But that's okay, there's a camping supply there. And this, I guess, is just something we can sell. So let's go back here and camp. Just to get rid of the wounds. I don't really like fighting with wounds.
Stepping lightly.
And quick saving is maybe an idea. Oh, and also there was a trap over here. I didn't notice that before. Don't seem to be anything down there. There's my enemies. So I guess this time I'll try and stay out of sight when I cast my buffs. So let's just go back here. Cast our buffs. Oh, and also let's do our level ups, of course. So we have 2 level ups. We have Barrack and Landry. I'm just gonna go with finesse for these guys until I'm at 19. Or for Barrack and for Worse. And I put into the Sentinel tree. I use the excuse me, my voice today. Give me a second.